A 1930s period piece with Michael B. Jordan and vampires? Let's talk about it. So Sinners is about these smokestack twins. Michael B. Jordan in this movie plays twin brothers. He plays dual roles, which is crazy. And one is named Smoke and one is named Stack. And basically, they had left their hometown and gone to Chicago to do some mob work. And then they have come back home, they've made some money, and they want to open their own juke joint, or as we know it, like a nightclub, basically. They purchased this rundown building kind of in the middle of nowhere, and they invite people to come and have a good time, and that's when things go wrong. Now, let me preface this review this way. I was really looking forward to this film. It's very hyped up right now, and a lot of people are talking about it. It has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, both critics and audience. And so I went in with pretty high expectations, and I didn't know if it was going to let me down or if it was like, oh, okay, this is just hype. No, this movie deserves all the hype in the world. When I saw the trailers, they didn't, to be honest, like blow me away. I thought, okay, that looks like a fun, like vampire romp. Like, you know, these people go to this building to have a good time and then the vampires attack. This movie is so much more than that. This is an elevated vampire drama. And for the first, 40 minutes or so, this is just a period piece drama. And you dive into these different characters that are in this world. And honestly, each character is super fleshed out. Starting out with Michael B. Jordan, his characters as the two twins. As we go along in the beginning of the movie, the first act, we find out a lot about each of them. Different relationships they've had, maybe different traumas that they've gone through, and what their relation to is to this town. Michael B. Jordan does a great job. To be honest, I really think this may be his best role and his best performance yet. Next, we have who I consider to be the other main character in this movie. This is the cousin of the twin brothers, and his name is Sammy. And he is played by Miles Catton. You guys, this kid blew me away. And I was like, oh, yeah, great. He's probably, had some experience. This is literally his first movie role ever. And he was a standout in this movie. Just right up there with Michael B. Jordan. And his acting, his voice, his singing, he sings and plays guitar, which is incredible. He is dealing with some things of his own when we meet him. Basically, his father is a preacher at the local church, and he wants his son to walk in his footsteps, to become a preacher as well. But Sammy is really into music, specifically guitar and blues. And he wants to pursue this, and he really wants to, have a go at it. Delroy Lindo just steals every scene that he's in. This guy is a very seasoned actor. He's just incredible. He does a great job. And again, every character that you meet is fully fleshed out. They are carrying weight, and you can feel what they've gone through, what they're going through, and really who they are. So the first act of this film is going along, and honestly, you kind of forget that there's even vampires involved. You're just so absorbed into this world and this story, and it takes place in 1932. The other thing I'll mention is from the very beginning of this film, music is a huge part of this film. It's basically its own character. Speaking of music, Ludwig Göransson, he is the composer for this film. Him and Ryan Coogler have worked closely together for years. Every film that Ryan Coogler's done, Ludwig Göransson has done the music for it. After we've met all these people and gotten a sense of this world and the richness of it and all of those things, then they kind of introduce the supernatural element to this story, which is vampires. In the second act, there is a scene that happens, and to be honest with you, it should not work. It is a crazy combo of a bunch of different things, bunch of different tones, but it works. The specific scene I'm talking about, you'll know it when you see it. It was just completely absorbing, and just, you kind of felt like out of body for a little bit. It was just like so overwhelming, like what the camera movements were doing and things like that. It was just incredible. Speaking of camera movements, Ryan Coogler is working again with his cinematographer Autumn Derold, and she is fantastic. This movie was shot on film, and you could feel that. You can just see it in the picture. The colors, the textures of this movie are just incredible. And Autumn did a great job with the cinematography. It's just mind-blowing. Like some of the shots she gets of the sky and these cotton fields, it's just insane, and it's just so well done. When the vampire elements do start happening, this is not at all like Blade vampires or anything like that, or Twilight. This is completely fresh and new and very intriguing. And he almost uses the vampires to represent like temptation that people may be wanting to go towards. And it's just really interesting the way Ryan Coogler utilized them. And yes, there is bloody violence, there's carnage, all of those things, but it's so tastefully done and so elevated and thought-provoking. There are so many themes that are woven throughout this film. And the crazy thing is, it's all balanced. It never feels out of balance. One huge theme in this movie that I did not see coming, because it wasn't in the trailers or anything, music, and specifically blues or bluegrass music, is such a central theme to this, and how music can transcend space and time and go throughout all generations and have a defining stamp on the culture and the time and place that it's in. Definitely check this one out on the biggest screen that you can. I would highly recommend it. You will not be disappointed. The sound design, the cinematography, everything about this movie is top tier, and it just surpassed my expectations. Also, the editing in this film was immaculate. The way that they decided to do cuts and when really amplified the tension, the anxiety, and these just pops of things on screen that were just so visceral and kept you just so locked into this film. Something I really liked about this film too that I noticed was sometimes when a character's talking about an event they've been through, what they chose to do with the sound design is they would start like putting in this background noise of like the actual event that the person's talking about, but they would stay on the face of the character, but you would just hear the sound of like what the traumatic event that they had gone through kind of in the background. So it kind of like immersed you into the story they were telling too. So that was really an interesting, great choice. This is definitely a movie I am going to have to rewatch. It reminds me kind of a Christopher Nolan or Quentin Tarantino movie where it requires multiple views, There's so much to absorb, so much to take in, and there's so much depth to everything, and so many times where there is multiple meanings to things that you haven't like latched onto yet. And I really want to soak that in and rewatch it. 2025 movie wise has kind of had a lukewarm start. There's been some okay, good movies, but not very many great movies. Warfare was a great movie. In this movie right here, I will tell you right now, this is my favorite movie of the year so far. Definitely going with expectations of a period piece drama thriller with horror aspects. Overall, guys, Ryan Coogler has knocked it out of the park with this film. He swung for the fences and just killed it. It is such a staggering accomplishment. This vision that he had, very original. The way this film wrapped up, I thought was perfect. There is a mid-credit scene, which the movie keeps playing kind of through the credits, and then it goes to a new scene. So make sure you stay for that, because it literally is a huge wrap-up scene that will help in certain things in the movie that you kind of weren't sure about. There's also a post-credit scene. It's a nice little scene. It's not necessarily important, but it's just a nice little scene. So Sinners, are you going to go see it? Have you already seen it? If you have seen it, let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And thank you guys so much again for watching. Really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I would love that. Like I said, the summer blockbusters and the summer movie season are getting going. So there's going to be a lot more coming your way from me. And look forward to talking to you soon.